Hello everyone, welcome to my video lesson about passive voice. Today I will try to sort it out and explain what does the passive voice mean, and I'll clarify all the details and rules. So why should we use the passive voice? Well, there are times when we don't want to say who or what did the action, or maybe you don't know who did the action, or because actually the object is the most important or the most interesting part of the sentence. Also, we can use the passive to change the focus of your sentence. For example, the window was broken. Maybe we are trying to avoid responsibility. John was robbed 3 weeks ago. We don't know who was the robber. A new school will have been opened by the beginning of this year. Headline, or no matter by whom. I am expected to pass the exam. It does not indicate by whom the action was done. First, it should be explained that there are two types of voices, active and passive. What is the difference between them? Active voice is a grammatical category that indicates that the action in the sentence is performed by the subject. For example, Mary cooked the dinner. The subject does the action to the object. Now, imagine that you doesn't know who makes the dinner. But by the time you got home, there is a dinner. You don't know who cooked it. The dinner was cooked by somebody. So the solution is to use the passive voice because we don't know who cooks the dinner. You'll often read passive sentence in newspapers when the journalist can't say who did something. It's also used in scientific reports and legal documents because the information has to be objective, so often there is no subject. Now some other really common passive expressions that we already know. Be born. We don't say, my mother bore me on October 9th, 2007. I was born on October 9th, 2007. Katerina was written by Taras Shevchenko. The song Chervona Ruta was sung by Nazary Yeremchuk. In all of these really common examples, you can see the structure of the passive voice. The be verb followed by the past participle. We do use it in the past perfect tenses and in the passive voice. If you see the verb be followed by the past participle form, we know that this is a passive sentence. So let's go back to the first example to explain how to make the passive sentence. If our active sentence is Mary cooks the dinner, the passive sentence is the dinner was cooked by Mary. The object of the active sentence becomes the subject in the passive sentence. To make the object of the active sentence become the subject, we actually need to change a few things in our sentence. There are 6 steps to turn an active sentence into a passive one. Step 1. Identify the subject, the verb, and the object. Step 2. Move the object to become the new subject of the sentence. Step 3. Check the active sentence. What is the verb tense in the active sentence? This is really important because the passive voice exists across different tenses, so you must check what the tense the active sentence is in to make your passive sentence correct. Step 4. Conjugate the verb be so that it's in the same tense as the main verb in the active sentence. We need to change our be verb to the past simple so it becomes was or were depending on the new subject. And our new subject is the dinner, so we can choose was, the dinner was. Step 5. Add the past participle of the main verb after be. So looking at the active sentence, the main verb is cook, though it's in the past participle form cooked. Now the last step 6. You need to decide what to do with the subject of your active sentence, Mary. In the passive voice, you don't have to include the thing that is going to the action. You can completely remove the former subject from your sentence, and that's helpful if you don't know who cooked the dinner or you don't want to say who it was. But you can add it to the end of your sentence with the word by. The dinner was cooked by Mary. And for the end, let's consider how to use the negative forms and questions. The dinner was not cooked. Was the dinner cooked? Thank you for your attention, and I hope you doesn't have any questions about this topic.